Hello everyone, this is Asad, and in this video we will be talking about transformations. So if you remember, in previous video we talked about four basic type of transformations. The first was translation, when an object slides. The second was rotation, when an object is turned about a point. And the third is reflection, when an object is flipped. And the fourth was enlargement, when an object changes its size. Here in this video we will be talking about translation. The first thing we must know about the translation is when we move a shape from one place to another. It may move rightward, leftward, upward, downward, or combination of any, left or down, or right or left. So there is a term called vector transformation or vector translation, in which x and y in this form the value is given. So movement left or right or up or down, it shows that thing. So suppose we have vector of -9 and 15. So the top number tells you how many units across you go, positive for right and negative for left. So here in this example it's -9, so that means you have to move 9 steps leftward. And the number at the down, the bottom number, tells you how many units up or down you go. So positive for up and negative for down. Here in this example it's 15, so that means you have to move 15 units upward. So let's have an example. Suppose we have a shape and this is a rectangle of 3 by 2 units. We have to translate this shape 8 units right and 6 units down. So this is called object. So if we take the first point, it says 8 units right. So if I move 8 units right and 6 units down, so this is my first point. And if I take another point on my object, the same thing I will move on right side. I will move 8 units and downward 6 units. The same with the third point, 8 units right and 6 units down. And the same with the fourth point, 8 units right and 6 units down. And when I join these 4 points to form a rectangle, so that will be my translated image, and we call that image. The shape given in question is called object, and when you translate it or transform it, the transformed thing is called image. In the next example, suppose we have a shape and we have to translate the shape by vector 9 and 10. So 9 shows we have to move 9 units rightward, and 10 shows 10 units upward. So this is the object. To 10 and 9 it's already there. So suppose we take this point. So we have to move 9 units right and 10 units up. Same with the second point, 9 units right and 10 units up. Same with the third, 9 units right and 10 units up. And for the last point, 9 units right and 10 units up. So when I join these 4 points, I will end up with my image. The figure is, and the shape is translated. Take another example. Suppose we have this shape and we have to translate it by vector -5 and -7. So here in this time we have negative values. So -5 means 5 units leftward and -7 means 7 units downward. If it is negative, that means leftward for x value for the upper one, and if it is negative for down one, bottom one, we say it's negative movement in y, that means downward. So take this point, we have to move 5 units left and 7 units down. Same with the second point, 5 units left and 7 units down. Same with the third, 5 units left and 7 units down. And for the next, 5 units left, 7 units down. And same with the last vertex, that is 5 units left and 7 units down. And when I join these points, I will have the image, the translated image. Let's have more examples about that. Translate the shape by vector 5:7. Same thing, we can see 5 units right and 7 units up. So this will be the first point, and second is 5 units right, 7 units up, and same with the third. And when I join this, I have image. The next one, translate shape by vector 6 and -4. So 6 units right and 4 units down. So this is my first point. 6 unit right, 7 unit down. 4 units down, so it's my second point. 6 units right and 4 units down, so it's my third point, and when I join them it becomes the translated image. Same with this one, the question number 3, it's translate the shape by vector -8 and 5. So I will move 8 units leftward and 5 units upward. So this is the first point, and the second point will be translated by the same way, 8 units leftward and 5 units upward. Same with the third one, and when I join them, the translated image will be there. Now question number 4, translate the shape by vector -6 and -9. So that means 6 units left and 9 units down. So I will move my first point, the second point, the third point, and the fourth point by the same vector, and now I have the translated image. Same with this question. So 0 means there is no movement in x-axis, remember. So you can see that if it is 0 and 3, so that means x will not be moved, only y will be moved 3 units. So you can see I am moving only the y value for 3 units upward because it's positive. And for question number 6, we can see x value is 4 and y value is 0. That means we have to move the shape 4 units rightward, and it will not move on y-axis. So take the vertex, the upper vertex 4 units right, and the second vertex, third vertex, fourth vertex. When I join them, we have the image. Now there is another type of questions in which the translated shapes are given, and we have to define and describe their transformation. This is, we will take two corresponding points, suppose this and this, and we will see what is the translation, means how many units do I need to travel to go to B. So you can see on x-axis we have to move 10 units right, and on y-axis we have to move 8 units up. So we can say its translation by vector 10 and 8. Same with the question number 2, I will take a vertex and same, and we can see it is translated 8 units, 9 units right and 7 units down. So we can say its translation by vector 9 and -7 because it is coming down. Take the shape in question number 3. I have taken that vertex, and the corresponding vertex is this. So we can see it's moving leftward 5 units and upward by 6 units. So we can see its translation by vector -5 and 6. Question number 4, I will again take the corresponding vertices, and we can see it's moving leftward by 10 units and downward by 8 units. So its translation by vector -10 and -8. Same with the question number 5, it's only downward movement, so translation by vector 0 and -4 because x movement is 0. And question number 6, we can see it's moving only 6 units leftward, so translation by vector -6 and 0 because there is no movement upside or downside.